Brakes off, and let's go for a ride and see how this thing goes. Full throttle. T's and P's are in the green, trying to stay on the runway, flying these paper airplanes off the... I really hate X-Plane's flight characteristics. This is absolutely horrendous. Hey, what's up guys? Matt here with Flight Sim Guides. I'm going to take you guys for a flight today. I haven't done this in a really long time, but I think that I need to figure out a way to get this working so that I can do more flights in the actual flight simulator. I mean, after all, we are running a flight sim channel. So come hang out with me. We're going to go out on a short-ish flight, and here's where we're going here. So just to give you guys a little bit of perspective. Flying out of Michigan, this is the Grand Rapids Airport, but we're going to fly out of Paul C. Miller, which is 8 Delta 4, and we're going to fly up to Cadillac, which is up to KCAD, which is an uncontrolled airport. So we're going to fly up past here. The major airport that we're going to go past, which is another uncontrolled airport, is Big Rapids here, Robin Hood. Hopefully you guys like that. Let me know what you guys think, and I will catch up with you guys on the other end of this video. All right, let's go for a flight. So we're in X-Plane 12. We're going to fly out of Sparta and just go for a flight. It could be, I am in a Cessna 172 here, so it could take a little bit. But, yeah, let's go for a ride. We're going to go for a flight here. I've got everything set into the GPS over here in the Garmin 530, GNS 530 there in the upper right where you're seeing it. And then I've got everything set over here in the, I could see a full cockpit view, but you guys are going to see the G5s with the HSI there, so everything should be good there. I got the GPS set. We're gonna go do a quick setting. I'm gonna make a video at some point and show you guys more settings. You guys might see some of this. What I'm gonna do is go to the joystick, and I need to go through and do some calibrations on some of this stuff, but we're gonna go to the Yoko. And I'm just going to look for this button here. You can kind of see where it's blinking over there and it says do nothing. I'm actually going to make that do something, and that's going to be to reset. Let's see what comes up. Reset flight to next runway, to nearest runway. So we're going to do that one right there. We're going to apply that and then hit done. So what I've done now is basically just taken that that upper right, what most people would use as an intercom, or push to talk button. If I push it, it's going to reset the whole thing, and it should put me back on the runway. But all my gauges will be back to working. Hopefully, that's what I get when I walked away from this. But also my tanks are also back to level on the left and the right, so that's a cool little feature there. I might have to reset. Looks like the GPS is still good. I'm gonna switch to the GPS on the needle there, and I think we're good. If you guys are ready for a flight, I'm ready for a flight. You guys got audio? Can you guys hear me? Hello, testing. 1 2. Sounds like you're probably good. So I'm gonna go into, I'm gonna use this window view here, just because I really am not a fan of the dark cockpits that they have in X-Plane 12. They kind of drive me nuts. So I've got I'm not going through any checklist. I'm just going on a VFR flight here. But we are squawking VFR. Altitude is 1200. Takeoff trim is at neutral. Everything else is on. GPS is set. Ignition, avionics, lights. Flaps are up. Everything's clear. Calling up. This is an untowered airport in Sparta, so I'm just going to say Sparta traffic. November 8101 X-ray is departing runway 7. Will be VFR to the north. Sparta traffic. All right. I'm not actually talking to anybody, guys, but just to give you guys something, that's where I'm at. So I probably wouldn't do all that while I'm on the runway, but that's just where it kind of went in. So let's go for a flight. We're going to head up north towards Cadillac. Maybe I'll land a little bit earlier. Brakes off, and let's go for a ride and see how this thing goes. Full throttle. T's and P's are in the green, trying to stay on the runway, flying these paper airplanes off the... I really hate X-Plane's flight characteristics. This is absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I want X-Plane 11 back already. I'd never have taken off like that with X-Plane 11. So, anyway, yeah. Where are we going here? Looks like we're taking off kind of north... kind of a northeasterly, so we'll be taking off over here to the... 2992, eh? Alright. So now I gotta figure out how to set the Cosman window in here. 2992. There we go. So what I am gonna do, I think, here is just move my heading bug. Oops, not the... Oh, hell. That's not what I meant to do. Heading bug. I really jacked it up. Hold on. See if I can maintain. Jacked up my heading gyro. Now it's telling me that I'm... I think that's about as close as I'm gonna get. Now I'm all left up. So yeah, it just occurred to me you guys need a disclaimer. So please don't listen to anything that I say. You definitely should go find a CFI, listen to what they have to say, then get into your simulator and fly so that you guys understand what you're doing. Don't build bad habits. Don't watch me and go out and do what I do. Definitely verify and validate anything that I say. I'll give you the best ideas and tips and tricks that I know, but I'm just me. I'm actually not even current in a real aircraft. So go check with your CFI, guys. This is for entertainment purposes only. Back to the flight. How's that? It's a little more interesting. You guys can see something, right? So just giving it a little bit of back pressure there. Good old Michigan flying. There ain't much up. Not much up here. It is a dark, not dark, it's a flat, a lot of flat area up in this region. A lot of lakes. You get a little more hills the further north you go. It'd probably be a little further north of Cadillac. Cadillac would be, I believe, is... Pretty sure there's no tower there, so it's just, you just fly in there and just make your calls like you normally would. What are we flying? Slightly off north, so east least, west best. So east least would be at 3,000. Technically, I should fly up to 5,500 or stop at 3,500, which I'd already messed that up. So I guess we'll just keep on going if we want to keep this legit. Try to keep it realistic, especially while making videos for, you know, for you guys and gals, if you guys are out there. Still climbing at like 77 knots. Man, this is gonna be the most absolute longest flight. I'd be at like 10,000 feet already if I had the RV-10. Maybe I should start flying with that more often. Okay, I'm gonna move the heading bug back to the direction that we're going here. And it looks like we got about a 2-knot tailwind. Alright, I guess it's better than a 2-knot headwind, right? Got some good lakes down here. Stuff you wouldn't see driving down the highway, I don't think. There's not. When you're driving this far up north down the highway in Michigan, all you see is woods. As the pitot heat's on, I'll turn that off. De-ice is on, fuel pumps are on. Turn all this crap off. Uh-oh. Something's happening. What did I turn off that I shouldn't have turned off? Or did I just lean on the... Alright, what do we have? 5,000? Okay, I'm going to hit altitude. That should hold us. Now, I'm going to pull throttle a little bit. That way we're not going full throttle. And then kind of pitch down a little with the trim. And then the autopilot should keep us... Autopilot should keep us on track there. Then I'm going to turn a little bit into the wind, or a little bit towards the heading there. Not bad, not bad. So now we're in cruise, coming up on 100 knots ground speed. That's bringing my airspeed down to 32 knot, or about 32 minutes. I want to lean it out a little bit. I could still still trim it down so we're more level and probably get a little more airspeed out of it. So I'm just gonna see what I can get with that. I'm not expecting much. I mean, I still got a 2 knot tailwind, but that's not gonna give me like a lot. Not bad on my altitude there, though. It's close. 5,500 VFR. I'm going to continue leaning, which might give me, if I'm lucky, might give me a little more airspeed, I guess. Now 103 on the ground speed, true airspeed of 101. Man. That is dastardly slow. All right. I'm gonna go grab my phone and get the moving maps up. Alright, so on my phone, or I could put it on an iPad, but I don't have it on an iPad. But I do have charts, Navigraph charts, and that should work pretty well with X-Plane. Like it should just know right away where I'm at. And it does. I know you guys can't see it, sorry. But I can see it. I can zoom right in on where I'm at, which is cool. And it's right on the VFR sectional as well. So I could see what I'm looking at down there is the Hardy Dam Pond, which I can only imagine that is the Hardy Dam based on how much water is on one side of it there. That's kind of cool. What are we at, 107? 107 ground speed, not horrible, not bad, not bad. I can lean it a little bit more without losing the engine. really feel like I should be getting a little more out of the airspeed on this. I'm not sure. It just feels like it's going so slow. Like nothing's really out. I'm not. See if I can trim it forward maybe a little more. Should still hold altitude for me. 109, 109. What else can we get out of this? Come on, guys. Okay, so Big Rapids Airport, which is Robin Hood. Big Rapids is coming up. We're probably maybe about 8 miles out. So I'd probably make a call and say Robin Hood traffic, November 8101 X-ray, is 8 miles to the south, 5,500. Flying to the north, VFR to the north, Robin Hood traffic. Or I could say Big Rapids traffic too. If you want to shorten things up, it's always good. My flight instructors always said brevity's best. So, Robin Hood traffic, November 8101 X-rays, 8 south, VFR north, Robin Hood traffic. I kind of wonder if we could see the airport actually. It's out there somewhere. I'll give it that. Kind of taking a look at the maps here, just checking to see if there's any major. I wonder if I could pull a map up on here, so you guys could see a map. Flight, show the map. I guess I could pull up a map and you guys could maybe see it there. It's not like a great VFR sectional, but I guess it gets the job done. See I think it's GPS waypoint over there. So. You can see where I jacked that up after I left Sparta there. A pretty decent flight from there on up, so. RQB is this one. This is the one that we're just south of. That is Robin Hood that we just made our call for. And then just to the north of that should be, there it is, KCAD. That's where we're headed right here, Cadillac. I'll probably come in on runway 7 there. Now that I have the info for Robin Hood there, I could probably pull up their AWOS as well. I can put in their frequency, 125.875. Alright, good enough. I got a 299 still in, so I'm sure it's just giving me that as default. Where'd I go? Where am I? I'm way down here. Come on. I think I was having trouble on the GPS is like it'll only give me waypoint data for the airport that I took off at, which I thought was weird. Like, I don't really care about. And it's not giving me any data for the airport at all here. What if I wanted data for something else, like the airport that I'm flying to, which feels weird that, I don't know, it just seems weird. Still fairly new to the 530, but also I do think that the 530 in this aircraft is, I think that I feel like it's jacked, for lack of better words. Like, I feel like it's just not fully there. I should be making another call, by the way. I'm about 4 miles to the south. What am I at here? 108 ground speed? Still slow in my opinion. I feel like this aircraft should be pushing faster speeds. Probably called Big Rapids traffic, November 8101 X-ray is 4 miles to the south-southwest. VFR to the north, Robin Hood traffic. And probably say altitude as well if I really wanted to. Just giving people around us a good CTAF call, letting them know what's going on. I'm looking at towers, looking at the map, saying, you know, what's on here? Am I gonna run into anything? Can't really. There's not that much out here. I'm seeing more on an actual VFR sectional than I am on this one, so this is just, you know, it's just what it is. Unless there's something, layers, no winds. Next red, no clouds. Look at that. We'll just look at the VFR sectional. It is what it is. It's good enough. All right. It's a nice little scattered wind or scattered cloud day. It's not bad, not bad. Just going for a nice ride. Might be able to see Robin Hood traffic somewhere down here. That's probably it right there. No, that's just a road. That's a road. Oh, is that it? That's actually it right there, but... God dang it. Stop sucking. Where is it at? There it is. There's your Robin Hood. This is Highway 131 going north here. I follow roads. I'm not really following roads, but it kind of looks like it. So I see the airport CRT coming up. I can see that kind of coming into view on the GPS there, so I'm taking a look at that, just seeing, you know, what are we coming up on. It looks like it might be a... Kind of looks like it might be a private field in Reed City. I think it's Nartron Field in Reed City. RCT. I don't see anything else on the maps, so that's got to be what it is. We're going to look at the next place that we're going, though, which is Wexford County there in Cadillac. AWOS is 128. So I'm going to preset that 128, 325. A lot of spinning dials. Let's see if it comes in. Okay. Altimeter is still 29902. I'm gonna see if I can catch the winds. I think he said wind's variable. I'm just gonna say winds are variable. That's what I'm catching. Is that what you guys are catching? Good. All right. So the CTAF up there, that was 128. We're gonna go 122.8 and listen to that. So let's put in that frequency, 122.8. I should have been doing this all along. I haven't done a lot of real life flying in a while, guys. I'm just glad you guys are along for the ride and enjoying this. This is probably the most current I've gotten in a long time. Where are we at? 109? I could slow this thing down in like 5 seconds if I needed to. Okay, so we're going to go 122.8 there. Right? So that is officially the CTAF frequency, 122.8. So we'll just listen to that. We're still ways out there. I mean, we're what, 26 miles to the south. We'll just plan on making a landing on runway 7, I think. So I'm just pulling up airport information here. Open the charts, open the airport. Okay, so yeah, right now winds are favoring probably runway 25, actually, more so. Honestly, they're both pretty much the same. I'm probably just going to come in and land on runway 7. So I'll be coming in on the left side, or the west side of the airport anyway. Now, these guys actually have a little grass strip as well. It's like a little north-south, but I'm guessing it looks like a really short runway, so I wouldn't bother trying to land on it. It's like a 2,000-foot runway. But the paved runway, the normal runway is 5,000 feet. 5,001 feet, actually. So we're gonna jump on that, and we're gonna jump on that, go for a flight, or make a good landing there. So all in good time, guys. We're almost there. Thanks for sticking it out with me. It's time to start thinking about things like the Gumps check. Fuel selector is on both, so we're burning the same amount of fuel out of both tanks. I'm really gonna miss that in the RV10 because you do have to remember about every 15-20 minutes you need to switch fuel tanks with those. That is one thing that I will miss over a Cessna and gravity feed fuel systems. But other than that, well, we got gas is good, gas undercarriage, which is fixed, so we're good there. UM is your mixture, so we're probably, as we get closer, we're going to put the mixture back in and just make sure that we're good on the mixture. Props is not applicable, so props, pumps, I don't think we really need any pumps on this one, so I'm going to leave pumps off. And really the S is seat belts and safety. Somewhere in there you probably make your radio calls. 21 miles out. Well, 5,500. One thing we will want to do is start thinking about coming down out of altitude as well. But Let me see if I have that airport information on this place. So 1307, which means we want to come down to about 2307, which is going to be pattern altitude. I'm at 55, so we'll just truncate that. Goes about 3,000 feet. 3,000 feet to come out there. So 3, 4, 5, 3,000 feet. If I come down at 500 feet per minute, then I got plenty of time, basically. I'm just thinking though, 3,000, that'd be about 6 minutes. So I'm definitely going to want to come down probably in about, what are we at? Estimated time en route is 10 minutes right now. We're not doing too bad, 10 minutes out. So actually probably wouldn't be a bad idea to start thinking about coming down here in about the next minute or so. Let's check the map, see how we're looking. And these are big bodies of water here as well, so we'll probably be able to see those. I'll probably make VFR and shoot. If I can come in over the top of this lake here, which I think is Lake Cadillac, then we can cut, or I think this one's Lake Cadillac. I don't remember which one's Lake Cadillac. One of them's Lake Cadillac. We'll come in this way, go over the bigger body of water though. So I'm going to make a descent, so I'm going to set up for a descent. Mixture's coming in. You'll probably potentially see the ground speed coming down a little bit. And so we're full mixture. Take the maps off of here, and then I think you might be able to see the body of water. That might be what we're looking at up there. I'm going to put on vertical speed here, and then just put a 500-foot descent rate in, and you can see that on top of you should be able to see that on top of the attitude indicator there. So all the airport settings. So I'm going to pull the throttle a little bit. We are picking up some airspeed there. So 16 miles out. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it all the way up here. I think I am going to. That's not too bad of a flight. What are we coming up on? 38-minute video. I hope that's all right. Hope you guys are enjoying this. You know what I really hope is that the audio from the airplane is not overriding my voice, or vice versa. So one of the things that I would probably do is to swap and double check. I'd probably be running it on two comms. I do have a second comm in here, so I could put this one up on 135 800. Let me double check the AWAS was 128.325, so 28.325. I'm going to swap that one over, 128.325, and then I can put the COM 2 up. Okay. So I got 29902. I'm listening in the second radio. I'm not showing the second radio on the screen here, so you guys didn't see me put that up, but that's what I was doing anyway. So I'd move the heading bug so that we'd be heading towards that larger lake there. You can see that. Those two lakes kind of run together. So it's Lake Mitchell, and then I think Lake Cadillac is the smaller one to the east. There's also some towers. It looks like some pretty tall towers coming in. You're probably not going to see them in the sim, but I could see them on the maps, on the charts here. So, but it looks like some pretty tall towers coming up. 1700 MSL, 1715 MSL. So that would be below pattern altitude, which I'm coming down to, which is 2300. I'm actually going to I need to get my descent rate up, I think. So I'm going to push that up a little bit, 700, 800 there. 6.5 minutes, 11 miles out. Getting to that point where I'm going to start making a radio call. Start thinking about that, where you're at, who you are, what your intentions are. So I call Cadillac traffic, November 8101 X-rays. 10 miles to the south, inbound for full stop landing, Wexford County traffic or Cadillac traffic. Coming through 3,500. I'm going to start slowing the rate of descent there because I've got plenty of time. Put it back to 500. We go through that Gumps check again. Gas, good. Undercarriage, fixed. Mixture, we are full rich. Props, doesn't matter because I don't really have props in this aircraft. Pumps, not worried about it. Seat belts and safety, check. Coming at 3,000. And we're going to level off back here at 2,700. Or I'm sorry, what was that? We were going to come back in at 23, weren't we? Never mind, I'll come down a little further. So probably better practice would be to do an actual flight pattern, come over, see if there's any traffic, see what people are doing. Just for the sake of time, I'm just going to make an approach as if there's, we haven't heard any traffic. The winds are favoring runway 7. Technically, it's an east-west runway for the most part, and it's neither one of the runways are technically favored. So we're just picking a runway and rolling with it for the fun of it here in the sim for the video. 7 miles, 4 minutes. Where are we at? 2,400. And we'll start leveling us off here. 300, 100, 0. A little bit high, but we'll make it. Let's give it a little more throttle there. Keep us back up in the green arc. Got a pretty clear shot of where we're at there as far as like just being south of the lakes. And as we come in over that lake, we should just have to kind of make a slight right turn. That airport is literally just north of the lakes over there on the east side. So again, we're at 6 miles. Probably want to start thinking about a radio call around 5. I'm at 92 knots, so I can put in my flaps if I want, but I'll probably get a set of flaps in here coming in soon. See what it's like landing this thing in these conditions. Everything's looking good. I got my 5 miles, a little past it, so I could call it calls. Cadillac traffic, November 810 on X-rays. 4.5 miles to the south-southwest, be inbound runway 7, full stop, Cadillac traffic. And I'm actually going to go I'm actually going to turn the autopilot off against my better judgment. And we're going to hand fly this thing in and try not to fall into the lake. Pretty sure that empty field over there to the right, I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen there, but I can see it. Pretty sure that's probably the runway and airport environment, so. I'm gonna put a notch of flaps in while I'm at kind of at that airspeed in there. So pull the throttle just a tad bit, right at the top of the white arc, putting in a flap of notch of flaps, guys. Nose is gonna come up. We gotta be careful there. You can see the runway perfectly good now. Well, I can. I don't know about you guys. It's starting to come into view for you guys, but I've got full view on it. So I'm gonna go 2 notch of flaps, pull the throttle a little bit, put that nose down, put a little bit of trim in there. So I can see that we're gonna want to start making that descent. So. My pattern is going to look like crap just because I only have forward visibility, so I'm going to make my landing so that I can see. Kind of keep an eye on that runway as I'm coming around. So if I have a red over white, I think I got red over. I can't be two. It's got to be 2 whites. There's no way this is a. I would say, if anything, I'm a little high on this approach, but actually I'm going to put in a 3rd notch of flaps there just to help lose altitude a little bit there. A little bit of a tiny bit of a side slip. Try not to land in this little retention pond we got here. Cadillac traffic, November 8101 X-ray on final approach, runway 7, Cadillac traffic. A little bit of a crosswind. I got red over white. Just looking runway. And a flare there. Yeah, chances are I probably want to try to get off at the nearest taxiway. Come up to that hold short line, park on the other side of it, clean this thing up, call it a day. Won't make you guys watch me go all the way back in because I don't even have a place to go. But here we have it. I'm going to set the parking brake, flaps up, give that a good clean up there, and set that takeoff trim. All right, we're good, guys. All right, that was your flight for the day. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this. If you have any comments, things that you liked about this, things that you didn't like, which are probably way too many of, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to do more of these for you, so let me know what airports you'd like to see me fly in and out of. Don't make them too complex. Yeah, one other thing, check this out. For those of you guys who are new to flight simming or would like to build your own flight sim and consider yourself maybe a beginner, or just trying to figure things out or get an overview of what it takes to actually build a flight sim and do cool stuff like this, I created something for you. It's called a quick build blueprint. Build faster, fly sooner. All right, go check that out. It's a quick overview course that I just created for you. I'll leave a link down in the description for that or in one of the comments. It's probably going to be under Flight Sim Guides or FlightSimGuides.com or FlightSimAcademy.cc. One of the two. I'm not sure where it's going to end up, but keep an eye out on the link down below for that. And I can't wait to see you guys inside of that, okay? Let me know if you have any questions, and I will catch up with you guys soon. Thank you so much for going flying with me today. All right, see you.